In this video, we'll learn how to connect WhatsApp to n8n. So we live in a time where customers or clients message on WhatsApp first rather than to call a business directly for simple support queries, appointments, bookings, or service related questions. And right now, either you, the business owner, or somebody in your team is probably replying manually to each of these messages. So you are either using a pre-built template that lacks personality, or you might be using basic auto replies that just don't understand the context behind each of the questions or can handle an out-of-script question. In this video, I'll show you how to set up an AI agent inside of n8n that actually gets the message, that uses the power of AI models to reply smartly via your business WhatsApp number. So we'll be using WhatsApp's official business API, and we'll also be learning how to set up your credentials inside of Meta for you to automate your business WhatsApp. So I hope you're excited, and let's get started. Alright, now we are logged into n8n, and let's start off by adding the WhatsApp node. So I'll click on the plus button. I'll search for WhatsApp, and you'll have to click on this. And from this, we'll select a WhatsApp trigger. So for now, we'll start off with a on messages trigger. This means when this n8n workflow receives a message, trigger gets activated. So let's click on that. So you can see that the WhatsApp trigger is added here. So I'll just double click on that to open it. So you can see that once we open the WhatsApp trigger, we'll need to set up credentials. We'll be requiring the client ID and client secret. So in order to get this, we'll have to go to Meta's website. So the URL would be business.facebook.com. You go to the website. Alright, once we are logged in, if this is the first time you are using Facebook for businesses, you'll have to create a business portfolio. Since I've done that already, I'm gonna skip that. It's pretty simple. You can just go here and click on this, come down and create a business portfolio. You can see that I have created one here already, so I'm gonna use that. So for the next step, you'll have to come down here towards the bottom left. You can click on settings, and you can then click on apps. And when you're here for the very first time, you'll have to create a new app ID. But since I've already created an app here, I'm seeing this page instead. So I'll show you how that pop-up looks like. So I'll come over here and click on add. So you'll be getting this pop-up instead. And you have to choose this option to create a new app ID. But most probably this would be disabled for you. Since you're using this for the very first time, you'll have to go through a verification process before you get access to create a new app ID. So in order to complete the verification step, you'll have a hyperlink here. Just click on that. You'll have to enter your phone number. You'll be getting an OTP, and once you enter that, you should be verified and we are good to go. So once you do that, you come back here and you click on create a new app ID. Once you do that, you'll be directed to this page, and you'll have to set an application name. Let me give something like n8n test 1. And I'll click on the next button here. So for the next step, you'll have to select the use cases, scroll down, and you can find something like other here. Click on that, click on next. And for the next step, you'll be asked to select an application type. You can either select business or customers here. I'll be choosing business. As you can see, it supports Messenger and WhatsApp. So select that and click on next. And finally, when you're done with all of that, just click on create an app, and you'll be asked to enter your password for security measures. Enter your password here and click on submit. So once you do that, you'll be directed to this page where you can set up different types of applications which are affiliated with Meta, and you will be seeing an option to add WhatsApp here. Since I've already added that, I can't see it here right now. You can scroll down and see that I've already enabled WhatsApp. For you, WhatsApp would be showing up right here, and you can click on this button setup. So once you click on the setup button, you'll be directed to this page, and you can go back to the navigation bar here on the left, and you'll have to open app settings, and you can choose basic. And once you choose basic, you'll be directed to this page where you can see the app ID and the app secret here. So this is the client ID and the client secret that n8n is asking you for. So make sure you copy both of them and paste it back into n8n. Let's go back to n8n and see where we can paste this. So as you can see, I'm in n8n right now. I'll open the WhatsApp trigger, and this is where you should be creating your credentials. So I'll select here, click on create new credential. I'll paste the client ID, which corresponds to the app ID in Meta. So I'll go back to Facebook, copy the app ID and paste it here. I'll do the same for the app secret. You can see I can click on the show button here. It will ask you for the password. Enter your password here, click on submit, and your app secret would be displayed here. Copy that, come back to n8n, and you can paste your client secret here as well. And once you have them both, click on save, and you will be getting a message here showing that the connection is tested successfully and your credentials are now set up. So let's go back to the canvas. So now that we have the WhatsApp trigger trigger setup. Let's add an AI agent to it. I'll click on the plus icon and let's select AI. From that, we'll choose AI agent. Let's leave the nodes properties as it is because we'll be coming back to this later. So now let's go back to the canvas. What we'll be doing now is to add a LLM to our AI agent. Let's click on chat model. Maybe we'll add Gemini. So let's choose Gemini. So we have a Gemini credentials created here. So if you're not sure how to create this, I have explained this clearly in my N8N basics video, which I'll be linking in the description. You can just check it out. It takes you like 5 minutes to set it up. You can feel free to pause this and set up credentials and come back. So for now, I'll be using the credentials that I already set up. I'll click on that. And for the model, I'll just stick to 2.5 flash because we are just building this for testing purposes. And once we do that, I'll go back to the canvas. Now we have the WhatsApp trigger, the AI agent, and the Gemini chat model all set up. So basically how this works is that whenever we send a message via our WhatsApp to our AI agent, this WhatsApp trigger gets executed and it sends that message to our AI agent, and our AI agent processes that text, checks its system instructions, call Gemini chat model, and it passes on the information that we send via text. So the Gemini chat model comes up with a response. It gives it back to the AI agent. So the AI agent has to text the same number from where the query originated, right? So it has to include one more WhatsApp node so that it can text the user back. We'll be adding that now. So in order to do that, I'll click on plus here. So we'll search here for WhatsApp. We'll click on WhatsApp Business Cloud. And if you come down, you can see that you have the option to send a message. Let's click on that. So what we are seeing here is the properties for the send message node. So we'll not be able to use the same credentials that we created earlier. Why? Because once you click here and choose create a new credential, you can see that it's asking for two separate values, which is the access token and the business account ID. So we'll have to go back to the same Facebook page and we'll have to generate these two values as well. And once we have that, we are all set and there's nothing else in the setup, and our AI agent would be able to send a message back to the user. So let's go back to Facebook and set this up. And once you're back in Meta, what you have to do is come down here and click on WhatsApp and select API setup. So once you are in the API setup page, you can select from this drop down. So this is just a test number that we are using to communicate back to our personal WhatsApp number. So you could go ahead and add your business phone number here, but for now, I'm just using this test number to show you how this works. Make sure that you have this selected. So the two phone number would be your personal WhatsApp number that we'll be using for testing. So I already have my number here. You can just add a number as well. Click on that. And to generate an access token, you have to come here to the top, click on generate access token, and you'll be again prompted to log in to your Facebook. We can do that here. And as you can see, the access token is now generated here. Let's copy that, go back to N8N. So inside N8N, just paste the access token here. And next we would be needing the business account ID, which is also in the same page. So let's go back to Facebook. So here you can see the WhatsApp business account ID. You can copy that as well. So once that is copied, let's go back to N8N and let's paste the business account ID, and you have to click on save. And again, you can see that the connection is tested successfully. And once you do that, let's go back to the properties page. And here we have to set up a couple of things. So first would be the sender phone number. So click on that and you can select the test number. And for the recipient's phone number, you can add your own phone number with the country code. So I'll add that. So I have entered my phone number, and we would also be required to enter the text body, but let's do that later once we have run the workflow once and we have some data that it can use to send us a message. We'll come back to this field later. So now what we are going to do is we're going to run this workflow once, see if we can access this workflow via WhatsApp. So let's go back to the canvas. All right, let's go ahead and run this workflow once. Let's disable this node for now, as we'll not be sending the message back to WhatsApp. And just so you know, since this is live in production, you'll have to click on execute workflow to get this started. So we'll come down, click on execute workflow, and you can see that the WhatsApp trigger is waiting for an event in WhatsApp. Let's go to WhatsApp and try sending a message. And we are right now in WhatsApp, and I've saved the test number that Meta gave us, and I've named it as my AI assistant. So let's message this number and see if we are able to reach the workflow. So I'll send hi, and if you go back to N8N, you can see the workflow being executed. So let's check the AI agent. All right, now inside the AI agent, you can see that we have successfully established a connection with the AI agent. agent. And if you go down to the left, you can see that the message that we sent hi is received at the AI agent as an input, but we have a hard-coded a message here for now. So if you check the output logs, you can see that the message testing is received and the AI agent calls Google Gemini and Gemini responds with the following response. So this is how Gemini responded. So this is Gemini acknowledging the request and this is the response. So what we are going to do right now is we are going to change this value that we hard-coded. Instead of testing, we are going to take this body from here, the message body, and we're going to drag it to the user prompt, and we can see that the message comes up and we'll go back to the canvas. So now let's go and connect the AI agent with the send node. If we double click on the send node, inside the properties you can see that the output from the AI agent comes up here as input for the send node. So what we're going to do, we're going to come down and for this text body field, we are going to copy the output from the AI agent to the text body. So this would be the message that we'll be sending back to our WhatsApp number. So as you can see, now we have a working system ready. Our WhatsApp trigger listens to our WhatsApp chat, and once it gets a message, it passes that message to the AI agent, and once the AI agent gets the message, it checks the system instructions. So currently we haven't given any system instructions. We'll give that in a second, but it would ideally check the system instructions and will call Gemini and pass on the message to Gemini, and Gemini processes the message and it gives its response back to the AI agent, and that response the AI agent sends to the WhatsApp send node, and the WhatsApp send node sends it back to the user. So this is how it works on a higher level. Now let's go ahead and give a system prompt here. I'll open the AI agent. I'll click on add option, select system message. So currently we have a default message here. Let's delete that. So I have already made a system prompt which I'll be using here. You can find the same in the description as well. So let's paste that here. So to summarize the system prompt, so I'm asking you to find the query from the WhatsApp trigger text body and give the response using the Gemini chat model, and I ask it to send the output without the AI meta text and via the WhatsApp send node, and the entire response has to be summarized to 4096 characters at a time. This is because for a single WhatsApp message the character limit is set at 4096 characters, but if your response is longer than that, what you have to do is to split it up and send it as different messages. So one send block, then the other send block, and all of them would have the limit set to 4096. And I've also asked it to match the user's tone while responding. So let's see this in action and see how well it performs. So let's go back to the canvas. Alright, now that we are back at the canvas, let's go ahead and test this. I'll click on execute workflow, and the trigger is now listening to the WhatsApp chat. So let's go back to WhatsApp, and once we are inside WhatsApp, let's ask it something relevant. So let's ask a different question this time. So I'll ask it something like, can I book an appointment for tomorrow? And I'll press enter. So the message is sent, and you can see the WhatsApp nodes and the workflow is in action, and it has successfully sent a message back to our WhatsApp. Let's go back and see if that's the case. Alright, we have successfully received the message back from the AI agent, and it says, sure thing, to help me find a slot for you tomorrow. What kind of appointment are you looking to book? So we have not given any sort of information as to what your role or function is. As you can see, the AI agent is intelligent enough to understand the context of the question, and it has framed a response appropriately. This level of contextual awareness you can't get from a autoresponder where you set templated responses. So if the question is out of script, let's ask it something else and test to see if it's understanding the context properly. Can you summarize the current state of the world and the geopolitical? So I'm asking it something entirely that's out of the script. There is no script at all. So let's see if it responds. So I just sent a message, and you can see the AI agent in action. It's formulating a response by using the Gemini chat model, and it has sent us a response. Let's check it out. And as you can see, we have got a response. So it has summarized the current status of the world, and it has given us ideas on the current state of geopolitics, the economy, so the society and environmental challenges that we are facing right now. So my point here is it can take up any question. So this is without any added context. So imagine if you give it relevant context regarding your business, you attach the tools that you use on a daily basis, and think how powerful it can be. So I am thinking systems like when you wake up in the morning and ask it to summarize or like the top 10 or top 15 emails in your inbox, it can immediately bring up a summary of all the emails. So what are the pending action items, what is important. It can tag and bring you relevant news from what's happening around in your industry. Think of all these use cases, right? You can maybe set this up as an intelligent appointment setting system as well. So remember when I gave the AI agent system prompt, I asked it to match the user's tone. So let's test that real quick. So let me be real casual here with my language. And let's see how it responds. And the workflow is running here, and it has just sent me a message. So as you can see, it has matched my vibe. It has assessed my tone and my style, and it understood that I like to keep it casual and chill. So it responded accordingly. That is what makes this truly intelligent. So imagine the level of personalization it can handle for each and every message and customer persona, right? So I hope you now have an idea of how you can connect your WhatsApp number to your AI agents. And this is just the beginning. I have barely scratched the surface here. You can go ahead and think of a lot of different use cases. I have explained a couple of them, but you can go ahead and think of really good use cases for your business. And as you can see, we haven't added any tool whatsoever here. You can add your calendar, you can add your Gmail tool, you can add a connection to your CRM. You can ask it in real time via WhatsApp who are the new leads who have come in, and it would look up in the CRM and it would respond back with all of the fresh leads that have come into the system. And you can go ahead and ask relevant questions regarding them, or give me their email or phone number, and you can basically just go ahead and start outreach whenever you want, right? All of this makes this integration truly powerful, and WhatsApp is one such app which has around like 2.3 billion daily users, right? So imagine how powerful it would be to integrate WhatsApp with your AI workflows, right? So I hope this tutorial was useful and you found value out of it. So I would be using this as a foundation and building on top of it to make fully fledged systems. So I'll keep you guys posted in the YouTube community. If you enjoy such videos and found this valuable, please consider subscribing. It helps me a lot, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.